Born on the 12th of July 1972, Sundarajan Pichai, or better known as Sundar Pichai, who is the CEO of Google and Alphabet, is known to be an Indian one-man army in the market of business and entrepreneurship. Sundar is widely known for his diplomatic skills within the company, and with approximate net worth between $600 million and $1.2 billion as estimated in 2020, he is highly regarded to be one of the most influential men in the world as well. His journey is an example of achievements for Indian people and the world. Dream big so that you can reach high. This fact truly belongs to Sundar Pichai. A simple boy from India is now operating the biggest search engine as a CEO. His journey has lots of ups and downs. Let's have a look at the success story of the brightest star of the India. As most of us already know, Sundar belonged to a middle-class Indian family from Tamil Nadu, where his father Raghunath Pichai was a senior electrical engineer for the British conglomerate General Electrical Company and managed a factory that made electrical components, while his mother was a stenographer before she had children. At the age of 12, he got his telephone that fascinated him the most about the technology.
Let me tell you a little bit about my personal journey to Silicon Valley from India 22 years ago. Growing up in India, like many of you, I got my first telephone when I was 12. In my case, it turned out to be a rotary phone, so it wasn't that great for selfies, but I still loved to call my friends, play with it, and sometimes take it apart. That telephone cemented my fascination.
He completed his class 10th and 12th from Jawahar Vidyalaya and Vanamani School respectively at Ashoknagar and Chennai. He completed his engineering in the branch of Metallurgical Engineering from IIT Kharagpur. He completed the Masters in Science from Stanford University in Material Science and Engineering College. After that, he pursued an MBA from the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania. After completing his MS, his initial plan was to get a PhD in material science and semiconductor physics and finally become an academic. But again, he changed his plan and dropped out of the program to work as an engineer and product manager at Silicon Valley semiconductor manufacturer called Applied Materials. Later, he quit that job and joined the University of Pennsylvania to earn his MBA in 2002. While at it, he was also named as Siebel Scholar and Palmer Scholar. Later, he also went to join McKinsey and Company as manager consultant, after which he took the jump which changed his life forever. He worked for McKinsey and Company in consulting. He endeavors his best in engineering and production management at Applied Materials during his pre-career days before joining Google. After leaving McKinsey, Sundar took the biggest leap of his life and joined Google in 2004. His profile was to lead the product management and innovation efforts for a range of Google products and was one of the responsible ones for making and success of the Google Drive. Around this period, Microsoft changed its default search engine from Google to its search engine Bing. This led to a huge loss for Google. And there comes Mr. Pichai with an idea of Google Toolbar, where users can install it on their browsers and use Google. In 2006, Pichai recognized that having to add a toolbar to your browser to perform a basic function like search might not be the best idea. That's how Mr. Pichai came with an idea of Google's own browser, Google Chrome. Thereafter, Pichai played a key role in the ultimate launch of the Google Chrome browser in 2008. Pichai became an internationally known figure following the phenomenal success of Chrome, which eventually became the #1 browser in the world. After this, his credibility increased in Google. He earned the reputation of being a nice guy as he never liked to be in politics. Sundar Pichai became a renowned face of Google and attained the glad of publicity at Google presentations since the year 2008. And 2 years later, Sundar was promoted to the position of Senior Vice President of Chrome and Apps. Within a year since becoming the senior VP, Sundar was handed over the task of Android as well, which till earlier was being managed by Andy Rubin. Android, as we all know, is a platform for smartwatches, TVs, cars, and payments. The genius that he is, Sundar developed it into Android One, which was a project designed to offer affordable smartphones in all households worldwide, which today has expanded into many new versions of the Android mobile operating system, famously known as starting from Jelly Bean, KitKat, Lollipop, and many new and advanced versions today. Collectively, they control 65% of America's smartphone market in 2013. In a short period, Sundar again got another promotion to become the head of products in 2014, which elevated him to become Larry Page's second in command. Other than that, by now, Sundar has also established himself as the public face of Google and was widely known to be as master of ceremonies for Google's annual developer conference as well. Due to his excellent track record, Sundar had attracted a lot of attention to the other technology powerhouses. He had been approached by Twitter to come on board as vice president of products and later was also being considered to become the new CEO of Twitter. Other than that, he was also strongly being considered to succeed Steve Ballmer as the CEO of Microsoft. This was the time when their holding company Alphabet Incorporated was being prepared. Hence, as a tactic to retain him and keep him on staff, Sundar was announced as the new CEO of Google. Many other subsidiaries like Google X, Calico, and Life Sciences, and many other IoT subsidiaries such as Nest were now part of Google as well, making it increasingly difficult to manage. Hence, to solve this purpose, Alphabet had been created. And in this parent company, Google was one of their products and will only focus on internet products including Android, Chrome, App, YouTube, Maps, and Search. In 2019, after 4 years of Sundar being CEO of Google, he also became the CEO of Google's parent company Alphabet. Pichai has been appointed on this post following the resignations of Google's co-founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin. All the services and products of Google came under its parent company Alphabet. Larry Page and Sergey Brin will remain with the company as co-founders and the board of directors. However, Sundar Pichai will hold a new responsibility. Larry Page resigned as CEO of Alphabet, while Sergey Brin stepped down as the president of Alphabet. In 2019, the Indian Prime Minister had visited the United States of America. After he visited Facebook headquarters, he then went on to visit Googleplex, where he was received by the new CEO himself, Sundar Pichai, along with Google co-founders Larry Page and Eric Schmidt. PM Modi was given a detailed tour of the Googleplex by Sundar, from ground level to global. PM was also explained about the navigational, safety, and other uses of Google Street View and Google Earth at the headquarters. Additionally, he also got a view of Project Iris, a smart lens that measures glucose level too. While at it, PM was also given deep insight about Google's 4 critical ongoing projects, where they discussed their potential and value for Digital India. But the topping of this visit was when the new CEO of Google, Sundar Pichai, formally announced a bid for the introduction of broadband connectivity via mediums like Wi-Fi hotspots at 100 railway stations, which would then be expanded to 400 within a year to support his campaign. The company also announced that they would be rolling out 10 language vernaculars typing for Android users as well. And that's all for today's video. Hope you liked it. And just one more thing, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Thank you.